Good evening, people. Welcome to KH No Filter Footall. Unpopular Opinions is back. We are back with a popular opinion show we don't even know about. Only one of us knows what the unpopular opinion is, or their unpopular opinion. But thank you for waiting with us. Links are in the description, Twitter, YouTube, Discord. If you want a super chat, please do. We will read all super chats out. We got Real Chris. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You doing good? Good. Slendz, how you doing?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Good. The main man Kai, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm always good, man. Always good.
Oh, sorry, good. And Will, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm fine.
Now, we were when we're coming up Fridays for the Friday show this week, we started off something else, but then one of us wanted to do an unpopular opinion show, but they didn't actually tell any of us what the unpopular opinion was. So I'm going to turn it over to Will, who has the unpopular opinion. We don't know what it is. We are reacting to it as well. So Will, go ahead.
I really think we need to sign a centre-back. And I know that sounds weird because we need a striker, but I am really starting to get a bit worried about the centre-back situation, which sounds a bit crazy because you've got Antonio Rudiger, Andreas Christensen, who have had superb years. Thiago Silva is an elite level defender. And obviously we've got Zuma, who everyone knows my thoughts on Zuma. I'm not going to go into that as of now. But I just think we should really be looking for a centre-back which can really cement himself a part of this team. We need the centre-back. That's what we need. I think Andreas Christensen is the one out of the ones we've got at the moment that I think are most likely to nail down the spot in the coming season. Depending on if we stick with it depends if we stick with this 3 at the back or go to a 4. But especially if we go to a 4, I really think we should be targeting a centre-back because although I like Christensen and Rudiger a lot, I'm still not 100% convinced with both of them. I think that they're good centre-backs, but I think we should be looking at opportunities in the market to get an elite potential centre-back in. It's not a priority position, so that's why I say elite potential. But I've seen that we're linked with Kimpembe. If we could get Kimpembe for a decent price, if he feels like his role is going to be limited due to Ramos coming in and Poch doesn't want to pay a 3, I really think we should look at either a Kimpembe or a Lacroix or a Koundé. So, yeah, that's pretty much. I think that it should be one of the things that we should really be focusing on. Especially if we can't get, it's nothing controversial. It's not really controversial.
You know, when you went on about Kimpembe, it would actually make sense though because they actually just signed Ramos and they got Marquinhos as well. Like Chelsea maybe could, if they do look at another centre back, look at Kimpembe and maybe just offer 60 million. So I would actually love that deal. I would love it more for Varane. So yeah, I would love it.
Can someone explain to me why PSG would replace a 23-year-old Kimpembe with a 36-year-old
25-year-old Kimpembe?
Do you think they play it back 3 then?
They did do it with the goalkeeper before though. Like when they signed Keylor Navas or whatever his name was, Buffon.
Yeah, but the level of centre back that Kimpembe isn't the level of keeper that Keylor Navas is. I think first of all, Kimpembe has a massive ceiling where he could become one of the best centre backs in the world, and I don't think we could say the same about the keeper. So I don't know. I feel like we kind of held on to that report by L'Equipe really strongly. I don't think it's legit.
To be fair though, Slendz, I also am a massive fan of Jules Koundé, as you know. I would really be looking to get him in because especially after Tottenham actually agreed a fee for him, but he didn't agree personal terms. He didn't want to go there. He wants to play Champions League football, which shows to me he's of the mentality to play at a club such as Chelsea. He's not going to do what Hakimi did, hopefully, and not want to feel the pressure. I think Koundé gives you a lot of flexibility. I think in a 2, he's good if you put someone commanding next to him, but especially in a 3, if we're not going to sign a wing back and we're going to play Reece James there, signing Koundé for that right centre back is perfect. He can do what Azpilicueta does. He's very comfortable on the ball. He's relatively strong for his height. He's good in the air for his height. So yeah, I think, and I know everyone's saying we've got Rudiger, we've got Christensen. I'm not trying to get rid of Christensen or Rudiger, but we've got to look at Zuma. He's probably going to be on the transfer list or be sold. You've got Gurhi, who's signed for Palace. You've got other young centre backs that I don't think. Okay, I rate Varane, but I don't know if that was aimed at someone else in the comments. But yeah, I think if we look at our options, if Thiago Silva's not going to be able to play as many games as he did this season, I don't think he will play as many games. So yeah, I do want to strengthen in that position.
Yeah, but the reason your opinion is unpopular is because of Thiago Silva's age, right? So we all know I think next year is probably his expiry date. Like, I think it's looking like his legs will give in. I think, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he retired next year as well. So I know he said he wanted to play until he was 40, but realistically, can he play until he's 40 for Chelsea? So listen, when Silva leaves, we're left with Rudiger, Christensen, and who's the other one? Zuma. Zuma. And I think Zuma will be sold. So yeah, we need a centre back, definitely. We need someone who can be here for a bit like Haaland. A striker can be here for a decade. We need a centre back who can be here for a decade as well.
I don't like Zuma. I don't like the Kimpembe and Zuma are not anywhere near the same level. Kimpembe is such a better centre back than Zuma. He's a better ball. People underrate, I think, Kimpembe's ball playing ability. He's not a ball playing specialist. Don't get me wrong. He's not like the level of a Christensen, but I think he's very comfortable on the ball, and I don't get why this narrative of Kimpembe being like Zuma is even come from. It's a very lazy comparison. But yeah,
he doesn't have a song named after him anyway. So. Nothing like so.
I still want. Go on, Andrew.
No, sorry, Chris, you go.
No, I was gonna say I still want our striker first though, like over a centre back. A centre back is still less important for Chelsea right now. A striker is what we need. Haaland, and hopefully when we do bid that 130 million bid, it like a cash up front. Hopefully that's enough, and maybe we got Haaland.
You guys believe that?
Better centre backs. Believe what? The 130 million bid. Well, we got a bid eventually, surely.
Yeah, we have to eventually.
Surely it's going to happen soon.
Let me give you some hope.
Have to bid.
Let me give you some hope. Kai, here's the thing, yeah? When have we ever sold this many players, this many academy players in our history? Yeah, but we sold them so quickly as well. The FIFA thing, as Monster said, is for the under 23s. We can loan out as much as we want. But over 23s, it's a limitation. 8. So we're loaning out under 23s. People that obviously I understand there might have been a change in academy culture. They want to leave the club, but I've never seen us sell this many players. We got rid of Giroud and Tammy. Listen, Tammy leaving is an actual official. Like, I'm not saying official report, but it's a matter of fact. That's clad iron. Like we 100% know Tammy wants to leave, and we want him to go as well. So we know that's going to happen. But for me, all roads lead to Norway. All roads lead to Haaland for me. So I think it seems to me like we're doing everything to get Haaland. Trust me, that's how I see it.
Bro, I wish, but there's there's a other than Haaland, bro. I don't see. I want it to happen, but Haaland is a big deal, Slendz. It's a big deal, man.
Of course,
especially for the amount of money quoted for him, 150. Can Chelsea do it? Yes, we can do it. But will we do it? That's what I'm saying, though. Will we be like the club that will bid 150 million on a player? I would love it because I don't mind, man. As long as we strengthen the team, I don't care how much we spend.
Do you not think we have enough money to buy Ings right now? Anyone? We have enough money to buy Ings, Calvert-Lewin. We have even Lukaku. We have enough money. We can put the money on the table. Yeah, listen, take it or leave it. I'm sure if we offer Inter 80 million for Lukaku, they give him to us like tomorrow. Genuinely. So I'm telling you, everything leads. For me, everything. If it doesn't happen, it means something happened with Dortmund. That's how I see it.
We have over like 200 million in transfers. So why not spend that on a striker, pretty much, and then worry about like a defender or midfielder, because we don't really need that much. We had a good season with like defense and midfield. It's just our attack.
Defense and midfield are okay. Yeah, we just need depth. But striker, we need quality, man. We can't just see.
You see,
Go
Will,
ahead.
unpopular opinion. What you said is not an unpopular opinion. If it was an unpopular opinion,
But
I would have said.
it is-
Let me finish.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Let
To
me
be fair,
finish,
if we're going through this, so go
I'll
on.
just say,
Okay.
the unpopular opinion would have been, I want to get another defender because I don't rate Rudiger, I don't rate Christensen, I don't
I'm not-
rate Thiago Silva. No, but what I'm saying is,
I think Zuma's crap.
that's
There we
fine,
are.
but that's not an unpopular opinion.
Hey,
No,
hey.
no, but I've seen people.
Hey,
say
no,
they
guys,
think-
he's incredible. He wins headers, guys. No, let's not do this.
But
That's good.
no, there's genuinely been
Since we're working
people on Twitter, and that's obviously where I've seen most of the opinions on our back line, and they think that our centre backs are fine. They think
Yeah,
think that's
people
completely
confuse
fine.
our defensive structure for our incredible, allegedly incredible centre backs. They
I
think
wanna
that
see-
because we don't
honestly-
concede, we have great centre backs. But no, it's a structure.
For me,
So go on.
Kimpembe would start for us easily as well. I don't think that's even.
Of
I
course he would
don't
do.
even think that's a question. I think if we had a back four, I'd love to see Christensen play alongside Kimpembe. I think that partnership would be excellent. I think they complement each other well.
Guys,
All right.
I actually
Go on,
have two
Slendz.
unpopular opinions. Yeah.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Go on,
I don't know.
Slendz.
I don't know if we're still doing this. I'm gonna go to the one that is relative now. Yeah, that's important now. I think we'll also tweet by a certain account. Once I mentioned the opinion, you'll understand. I question Thomas Tuchel's talent ID because I think I look at his previous signings, especially for PSG, who have a big war chest and they can offer you players. I've looked at it, man. I think it was Chelsea Hour. Shout out to Chelsea.
Yeah,
Chelsea Hour, one of the best accounts, best podcasts out there. They posted his signings for PSG, and it was a combination of very average players to maybe one or two good signings, and Paredes, maybe Mbappe, but not even Mbappe. Mbappe didn't come under Tuchel. But yeah, listen, I question it, and I think we need to be careful about giving him everything he wants, because we kind of given away the reins to different managers in the past, and we love talking about 2017. Kante, we didn't give him his first targets, but we gave him his targets, and we know the kind of players he wants. I think Tuchel kind of has to compromise with the club, come together with Petr Cech and Marina, and understand what we need as a club when it comes to young players, and then get players that suit his system. So I'm just, that's one thing that worries me.
I wouldn't be
don't know if you
worried.
guys agree.
I wouldn't be worried. Do you know why I wouldn't be worried?
Why?
Icardi, not his first choice. Danilo Pereira, not a choice of his whatsoever. Who were the other names on there?
But how do we know this though? How do we know this?
Because he literally, after he got those signings, he literally went on a temper tantrum, and that's what led to him getting sacked.
Well, he fell out with Leonardo. I understand.
Yes,
But I don't know if
and
it
they
was
gave
about
him
the
crap
signings.
He didn't want any of those. Look at the players that he stated that he would personally be interested in interviews in the past. None of those players have ever been mentioned. He doesn't want Icardi. Come on, he wouldn't want.
How many players of German influence will sign under PSG? Because I can get the list out actually. Because obviously that indicates to me that he had a say in it, right?
Okay. Look, can you pull up his signings? Actually, is that all right?
Yeah,
Can you
well,
pull up all
of
his
course,
signings?
absolutely, my friend. All right, I'm not going to pull it out on the chat to you guys. I'm just going to read it out to you guys. This is a bit long.
Wait, what is about Icardi joining Chelsea?
No, not about. No, this is about Tuchel's talent idea at other clubs.
All right. So the thing is, the reason I can't count Mbappe is because they signed him on the loan before he came in.
Yeah, that's not
they
his.
paid, yeah.
That was Emery's.
So Paredes, Kera, who's from Schalke,
Perez,
from the
honestly,
Bundesliga.
one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in my life.
Tilo Kera, yeah. Juan Bernat, average.
Meh.
Buffon, I think that's more of a club signing.
Yeah.
Choupo-Moting is someone who he played under. He's played under Tuchel before. Abdou Diallo from Dortmund.
He's all right, to be fair.
But, Idrissa Gana Gueye,
Meh.
miss. Pablo Sarabia, miss. Keylor Navas, good signing. Mitchell Bakker, the right
He's
back,
just been sold to Leverkusen.
They signed Martin Bulka from Chelsea, the fourth choice goalkeeper that everyone started crying about when we sold, by the way, which was ridiculous. Ander Herrera.
Miss.
Mauro Icardi, and Sergio Rico.
Miss.
Danilo Pereira,
Miss. Massive miss.
Rafinha, Alessandro Florenzi, and Moise
Miss.
Kean. Like,
he's done alright to be fair, but he got given. I mean, it'd be interesting because I swear he wanted Jorginho and what's his name?
He did want Jorginho, I believe. I think he was in contact. Yeah, he was in contact with Jorginho.
He was in contact with Jorginho and Camavinga. And
but as we said about Jorginho, anyone would want Jorginho though. Like, I think obviously not anyone, but everyone who plays kind of possession-based football would want Jorginho.
Why is people comparing Kimpembe to Zuma? I don't understand. He had a poor Euros.
Are we sure Tuchel had any choice over transfers at PSG?
He had little to none.
I think every club.
You say his talent ID. Yeah. He's not buying the players and asking to for the club. I don't think he's. I think the only club he may have had some input is Dortmund.
Do you know why I think he did though, Andrew? Sorry, because I think for me, as I said, a lot of those players are number one, like German influence from the Bundesliga. They're also from his previous club and from that league as well, where he previously managed. So to me, it seems like I'm not saying he asked for it; he bookmarked them. I think he was offered a list, which is what happens with every manager. I think at Chelsea as well, he gets offered a list, or he gives a list of what he wants, and then they pick one. I do miss you, Marshall. I miss you daily.
I can assure you though. I can assure you that there's a few of those. I can guarantee he never wanted whatsoever. I can guarantee.
Yeah, of course. There's some club signings. Yeah,
like
Buffon. Yeah,
he never wanted. I can assure you that. Correct. I don't know. He might have wanted him because he was a up and coming talent at the time. I don't think he wanted Icardi. I don't think Icardi's his type of player, really. Mbappe obviously is registered under him because of the permanent. Who wouldn't want Mbappe? So yeah, I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of who he actually wants and who's his first choice. Like, we can't ask him. We can only go by what's.
I think as a club, yeah, let's relate it back to Chelsea, because again, this is from Chelsea. I was like argument today. I was having a long argument with someone, and we were talking about managers purchasing players and picking players at Chelsea, right? And then the signings that end up happening. I think some people want to completely strip Kante of any blame for that 2017 window because apparently he didn't get his first targets, and some people are saying that. No, it's fully his blame. I think it's a combination of the two. I think if Tuchel, this whole like Tuchel wants Rice thing, I don't know if there's truth to it, but I think again he got offered a list of who we want as a club, and he's picked Rice from it. I think, or maybe he's bookmarked Rice as someone he would like. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay, you had a second one, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on.
So for me, I think I tweeted this today. If we go back into history, I think appointing Mourinho for the second time was a very questionable decision by our board. And the reason I say that, I'll give you guys a list of things now. Obviously, the positives are that we won a league, and League Cup, which was incredible. I think the negatives are that number one, squad development took a hit in terms of players coming up like Lukaku and KDB. I'm not going to mention Salah because there's a different circumstance. The reason I mentioned KDB is because after he left 2 seasons after he left, he became German Bundesliga Player of the Year. I think Lukaku was a great goal scorer, one of the best goal scorers in the league. And I think for me, we had an opportunity. We missed out on many targets as managers of the likes of Klopp and Pep, who could have been at Chelsea, could have transformed our club's fortunes. We could have been a more attacking team. I think we could have been, because the thing is that we need to kind of adjust to the way football is right now. Pragmatic football doesn't exist anymore. I think as a top club, you're looking at Man City, you're looking at Barcelona, Bayern. They don't play pragmatic football, and appointing Pep or Klopp would have been a step in the right direction. But unfortunately, we went back to Mourinho, and although there were some successes, we could have been 10 times more successful in Europe, for example, and we missed out on Hazard's prime.
I fucking couldn't disagree with you more, man. Before Mourinho came in the second time, we haven't won the Premier League since 2010. We have a dead team. We had a bunch of players that couldn't do shit. We couldn't win anything. And so Mourinho came in. He got us Costa. He got us Shirley. I mean, he did get us William, but okay, I'll forgive him for it. But he also got us Fabregas, who was literally, arguably one of the best midfielders we had since Balak and Lampard. I massively disagree, man. We had a team that won. Literally, they were Premier League champions from the beginning of August till the end of the 2nd August.
Even 2 years before he came in.
He also got us Costa, man. I don't like this argument. People are like, oh yeah, we sold Kevin De Bruyne and blah blah blah. I don't care. But we got Costa, we got Fabregas, who won us 2 Premier Leagues on their own. It doesn't have to be Mourinho, but we still improved our team massively.
There's only one player I know.
Do you think? Do you think
we're gonna do shit?
Do you think we'd have been more successful, Pep?
No,
could we have been more successful with Pep?
I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, but there's no.
What? Wait.
We
You signed a Mata. What's Mata? Mata was our player of the season 2 years in a row.
3 years in a row.
And what did we
3
win?
years in a row.
And what did we win?
He literally got the assist in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Okay, other than that, what did he do other than that?
Champions League, Europa League, bro.
Europa League.
He was there for 3 years. We won 2 trophies.
Bro,
in 3
come on,
years.
don't even start with. Okay, let's put this right. Yeah, the Europa League is a nice trophy, but it's basically the FA Cup of Europe, man. Come on, let's be honest.
No, of course.
we
Listen.
won the Champions League as well. I don't.
But Kai,
Okay,
we
but-
pick up Jorginho for winning Champions League and Europa League.
After we got rid of him, we won the Premier League. I'm sorry, but I wasn't.
But
the biggest fan
there's
of
not a
Mata.
correlation with that. There's not a correlation.
Yeah,
with
but there is. If we didn't sell him, like we wouldn't have got like a Fabregas. He was a Fabregas. We literally signed Fabregas after.
No, I don't think. I think we would have got Fabregas either way. It was
Yeah,
a choice.
But
because-
either way, Marina's the one who got it. He was the one who, even Fabregas said in an interview, the reason he came to Chelsea.
Kai, if we had Pep, we would not have gotten Cesc. Come on, bro.
We had fucking, but that's not the point. We have fucking Marina, man. Marina is not gonna do whatever the fuck Sheikh Mansour allows. Like what's his name? What his name?
Yeah.
To
No,
do. Marina still has.
Cesc could have joined either way for me, man. Especially under Pep. He would have joined,
I don't-
not even thinking
Nah.
twice.
No. He
I
came
don't know,
because
I don't
Mourinho
know.
literally.
I disagree with you, Sense, and I
That's
agree.
literally he said
I
it.
agree
He said-
and disagree.
Like,
I'd take the
he wanted
trophies though.
United, and we gave him the ball when he came to Chelsea. And it's the same thing with Costa. Costa came in because Mourinho wanted him. No, in our club, we would have got Morata 2 years ago, man. Before.
But of course, listen, you're giving me 2 decisions that were great, but I'm
he
giving you
said-
many decisions that were disastrous. Do you know what I mean?
Wait,
He-
wait,
What, though?
guys.
Like, what? We
After,
literally won the Premier
I've
League,
got
though.
another unpopular opinion actually.
bro,
After Sense.
But
Wait,
what,
let's
I'm just gonna
do
say,
this.
like, obviously, listen. As much as he was successful, he won us a league for the first time in many years. Yeah, we had one of the most embarrassing downfalls of any champion ever. Yeah. Number 2, I think for me the way I see it is, KDB is a talent, one of the best in the last 5 to 10 years. Yeah, and he's gonna be in the Premier League when he leaves Man City. He'll be one of the best in the last 5 to 10 years. He could have been doing that for Chelsea, but because listen, he came out and said this. Mourinho never communicated with him. He never talked to him. We could have had the midfielder KDB, Mata, and Hazard, bro. Like we talk about not building around Hazard. That was Hazard's prime.
Oh, we sold.
But we're just going with
10
Slendz.
possession versus Man United.
Bro, but you're just going with the ifs and buts. When we had KDB and
Yeah, but this is what this is, though. This is what this is. You know what I
it
mean?
wasn't the same.
Sense. We sold Mata and kept that money grabbing. I'm not going to insult him. Oscar. We kept fucking Oscar.
Yeah.
That money
Yeah,
grabbing.
he picked Oscar over many people, bro.
Oscar was good.
He was
No,
a
no,
good
but he was-
player.
he was good.
He was
I-
very
nah.
talented, but he
Oscar was cold, man.
never touched what Juan Mata.
Oh, actually, I have
Yeah.
a good question.
I never touched
Who's
KDB.
better? Who's better? Oscar when he played for us, or Mount now?
Mount. I prefer
No,
Mount.
Oscar was better.
No,
I
Oscar
prefer
was
Oscar
better.
again.
Oscar's more talented, but he hasn't
Yeah,
achieved
Oscar was
it
better, man.
already.
Mount's done more.
That is a hard one.
No, it's
Oscar
Mount,
was
it's
such a
Mount.
talented player.
He was,
And,
but
like,
he was a good player. Yeah, I'm not going to call him shit.
He was very good.
And
I think he's a good build. Yeah.
He had a few
The-
amazing
the goal
moments
he-
for us, and his work rate was great.
Yeah,
off
the
the
goal
ball
he
as
scored
well,
against
but-
Juventus, I can never see Mount score that goal.
Oh, Rampella.
I can't.
Done that thing around
Yeah.
You see, like, oh, he didn't even look. No, I think Oscar.
Yeah, bro, he used to do that once every 7 to 10 games, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
not
but
forget this.
for me-
This is revisionism.
yeah.
No, I'm
it
not
is.
saying. I'm not saying he's
Very
an amazing.
inconsistent.
Mount
I'm not
is
saying
better,
he's.
in my opinion.
I'm not. No, he's not better. Mount is not better than Oscar.
Mount is
Fuck
better than
no,
Oscar.
No,
yeah.
he's not.
Sammy-
No, he is not.
Saying how many
He
times
is,
has Mount
he
done
is.
that at all?
No, he
What,
is
in
not.
2
Mount
seasons?
done what?
Taking the piss.
How many times has Mount done an Oscar goal in 2 seasons?
Never, bro.
He never
But
done
I'm
it
not
in
gonna lie
his
to you.
I don't
Mount
care,
was
though,
more
'cause he come up
consistent
with
though.
big
Like,
goals when we won the
do you know what I mean?
Champions League. I couldn't care. I couldn't care.
yeah, Mount was more consistent.
About- I couldn't care less about a couple of
Oh.
goals Oscar scored when we got knocked out in the group stage in one of the most.
Yeah,
when we lost to-
exactly. We did get
When we lost to
knocked out.
Shakhtar and Willian did us.
That's
We all talk about how inconsistent Willian is. Oscar, exactly. This comment is
knocked
spot
out
on.
due to head-to-head record. That was it. It's not. We scored the most goals in
Yeah.
the group. We should have gone through.
But we still got
That's
knocked
what
out. It's the same result. We still got knocked out.
Yeah,
It doesn't
but
matter.
we didn't get knocked out.
We got battered by that Juventus team 3-0. That's one of the most embarrassing games.
Bro, you know how many goals Oscar
because of
scored
that.
in every season, man.
Wait, guys. I know you all disagree. Let's just move back to this. I want Andrew and Chris and
I massively
obviously,
disagree. Man. I think
bro,
it's insane.
Abs and Will's thoughts, man. Do you all disagree with me?
So you think it was a bad thing to rehire him?
I think overall, like
Overall?
if you look at modern day today, if you look back at the appointment, overall it was more bad than good for me. That's how I see it.
All right. I think it was a necessary evil. Do you know what I mean? I think it was
I actually get
necessary.
you.
It was necessary to inject that back
Yeah.
again because although we
We were too soft, man. That was too soft. That was fuck all.
Yeah, although we won the Champions League, we let our standards slip a bit, like playing wise and everything like that, and the guy, they weren't really at the races. I think it was just necessary to do it for that reason. It was needed at the time. I think he was the only. I think at the time he was the only option for me. Pep was already decided to go to Bayern Munich, and we were never going to give Pep the control he wants. Just never going to happen. And I don't think Klopp was really. I don't think Klopp ever came into their mind to hire Klopp. I just thought it was just necessary. Actually, you know what? He probably should have left after we won the league. He should have done a two years and then left, and then gone because I think we knew by then. I think the Real Madrid thing had mucked him up a bit because that was his dream role. I don't care what anyone says.
Yep.
And I just think 2 years of intensity. I would have liked him to leave then because then we could have probably done. I don't think we would have retained our title the following season, but I think it was necessary. But I understand where you're coming from. He does leave devastation after he leaves a club, especially our club. But I thought necessary at the time.
Yeah.
I don't regret.
For me, that squad, Andrew. That's one of them.
Yes.
My least favorite squads that Chelsea had for a while. I wasn't a fan of. They were so weak mentally. They wouldn't want anything. They're basically Dortmund blue, man. I'm glad Mourinho.
Yeah.
Because he actually got some good players in that team, man. That team was too
with
soft.
Mourinho, I don't even think I know league position wise, we were 16th or 17th, weren't we? Around that area.
16th, I believe. 16th
Yeah.
we were,
So
yeah.
apart
Christmas.
from that, I think
Yeah.
I think squad wise, if you compare Mourinho second time round to a Kante, I think our squad to like where Kante left us. I don't think Mourinho really left us in a devastating state outside of his league position. I think he.
Yeah, the squad we had was amazing.
I would never go back and change what happened. I think hiring him, winning that.
You don't think he left us in a bad position, Will?
I don't think he left us in a devastating position, Mourinho. I don't think. I think devastating's a bit far. I think he left us with a very good squad, which Kante then picked up and changed bits here and there, and then we won another league title.
Yeah, he got Matic back, Slendz. He got Matic, he got Fabregas, he got Costa, he got Felipe Luis. He got
Felipe Luis, come on, bro. He was there for 9 months, bro.
He's got a banging free kick.
Doesn't matter though. He was still there
Pedro as
bro.
well.
He's got a banging free kick against
Pedro.
Pedro
He wasn't a good signing.
Pedro was an underrated sign, I think, for Chelsea.
Bro, are we not going to talk about Champions League, by the way? Because he was a massive failure in Champions League.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
agree.
we can
I
talk
agree.
about that.
Bro,
That's fine.
every manager we had that was a massive failure in the Champions League, man.
Apart from
Since I don't know who until Tuchel.
Except
Up until
for-
Tuchel, man.
Wait,
Yeah,
and
but
Dimitar?
he's our best one though. He's our best manager, right? So I have higher standards of him. Like, listen,
that's
listen, if you guys look at one sec. That squad he put out, against Atletico Madrid, his first year back is an embarrassment. Yeah. Honestly, if you watch it, go watch that. Yeah. Go look at that team again. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah, and
he has defeatist mentality. I hate it.
That Chelsea team should have beat. I'm sorry, that 14-15 side should have beaten PSG. PSG were not better than us.
Yeah, exactly.
Not player for player.
And Hazard takes blame as well. By the way, I'm not taking Hazard off this. Like, he deserves blame as well for that.
Yeah, Slendz, you know that Atletico game? That is one of the few games that I think I've cried.
Embarrassing, bro.
We actually got cooked.
He made us out to be worse than we are. Even for the whole season.
Yeah, but
sorry,
just
Mourinho is the only one talking about being a little pony.
The two good strikers we had, but the two. First of all, don't diss that fucking little ponies. That was like movie like, bro. He was like, we are a pony. The next season we're ready to compete, and we were fucking first from August till next August, bro. So he fucking stood up to his word, man. So I respect him.
He did, fair enough. He did.
I respect him.
But we did. Listen, I judge a great team by retaining your title or retaining a trophy. We've never had that. But we've never had that. Have we ever had?
He is the first manager to win the Premier League back-to-back.
Yeah. Since then, have we had a team that's retained two big trophies, like a Premier League?
But since then, have we had the backing of a manager to get us there? No, we haven't. You remember what's the fucking signings we got when we won the league under Mourinho?
I agree with you. They were terrible. But you guys tell me it's a good squad. You're telling me it's a good squad, right?
Chelsea's biggest issue, I've said it 1,000 fucking times. We could have had 3 more. We didn't solve the striker issue.
Sorry.
Yeah. You guys hear me? I said Chelsea's biggest issue. We could have had 3 more. We could have had 3 more Premier Leagues if we actually built on winning teams. But we don't. True. We get comfortable, we sit down, and then we blame managers for it. But the reality is, we only had 2. We only had 2 good. Let me finish. We only had 2 good fucking strikers in the last 20 fucking years, bro. Let that fucking sink in.
Can I ask you a question though? Who won the title after we won it? Just won it.
That's the one.
You know, that shows me everyone else didn't strengthen.
But that's
we just went a lot weaker, bro. So it's on us. Like, it's not even our business.
But I'm not saying about only us. I'm not saying about only the Mourinho season. I'm saying also the Conte season. Look at after the Conte season.
Conte got back.
He didn't get back. He didn't. He wanted Alexandro, we gave him fucking Emerson. He wanted Van Dijk, we gave him Rudiger, bro.
Kai, he wanted Alexandro for 80 million euros, yeah? Look at Alexandro's career. Is he worth 80 million?
No. It's not only him. To be fair, he wanted Lukaku, gave him Morata, bro.
Yeah, but listen, at that time, Morata was one of the best in Europe, bro. Like, everyone was looking up.
He was a backup to Real Madrid, bro.
One of the best youngsters.
Go on. I agree with Slendz. He was exciting.
Morata 2 years before we signed him was like, I thought he was good. He was great, and he scored in the final.
He was perfect for United, I thought.
Yeah, he was better.
And Lukaku was perfect for Chelsea.
For me, if Chelsea actually strengthened on winning teams, we would have a lot more Premier League titles.
Can I ask you a question?
No, you're right.
And I think it's unfair to just blame Mourinho for it when it's the same fucking rhythm with every other manager. It's not only Mourinho that had this issue.
True.
Every time. We're doing it now with Tuchel.
Yeah.
And we're doing it now with Tuchel. If we fail to strengthen this team in the Champions League, then it doesn't.
Sorry, there's a delay, so I keep interrupting you. Sorry, bro. There's a delay. But no, I was gonna say.
No, but I'm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on. There's a delay. I don't know what he's talking about. I was gonna say. Do you know what it is? The drop off from Mourinho is still inexcusable. Like, even if we didn't back him, it's inexcusable. Like, inexcusable. Like, you can't go that far low, even if you can get backed. I don't care who you are.
That's challenging for the league.
You can't predict that though.
Hang on. Go on, Abs.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but deeper, the drop-off was bad even without getting back. Fabregas, Costa, Hazard, Oscar, Willian when he was still balling out, not the flipping brute Samba Sonic the Hedgehog, you know.
He was never balling out, man. Willian was
balling out. No, Willian was a good.
No,
was a good player.
Good. when Hazard and Costa and
he's good player the same way that Mount was good player, man. He's
the best player that season. 15-16, Willian was by far our best player.
Yeah.
When John Terry was on, when John Terry
the thing about Willian,
that was
is that
Willian's on the
but that doesn't mean
he should never be a star. He should always be a utility player. Should always be someone who you have as a second option, because he's great at like holding the ball up, maybe having one moment that's great, but never a star because he's not consistent enough.
What Willian offered you, even if he was not, I just think Willian as a squad player, I think, as Slendz said, I think he was never. I think Pedro gave. I actually prefer Pedro to him, like technically as a player.
Yeah.
But I think
15-16, not 14-15. Now me.
That 40-50 season, one of the most overrated seasons I've ever seen by a player, by the way. His
Bro,
stats were terrible that season.
No, anyway, Surely played more than him anyway. Surely was a better winger than him.
More goals.
Surely was a much better player, man.
You know the thing about Willian?
I love Shurley.
And in the second season, and under Conte as well, Pedro was our main winger on the other side.
Pedro,
So fucking Willian was never our like kind of main winger when we won titles, man.
Of course not, but that doesn't mean he's not a good player.
He should have never been.
Let's hear from real Chris. Go on, Chris.
I just want to say about, Willian, like said, he should have been a squad player, but Willian actually saw himself as like one of the top dogs. Like he even said, like he did, because he compared himself with Hazard and stuff, and even with Kante, when Kante didn't really rate him as much, he literally didn't like Kante because of it. He lost the dressing room with it. Like, so I think the problem with Willian, I think he had a bit of an ego with Chelsea as well.
Of course he did. Of course.
I didn't like him as much.
When you're getting called up to the Brazil squad and you're at a title winning Chelsea team, you're gonna have an ego. Like
did he even play for the Brazilian team? He
did a little bit, yeah.
I think he was playing in their World Cup in 2014, man.
No wonder they haven't won a fucking World Cup.
He did actually. I remember him missing a penalty.
That Brazil team was pants. What they were flipping David Luiz and what's his name and Luis Gustavo in midfield. Allow me about Brazil.
No, but David Luiz was really good that season.
That was his prime. That was just after he was announced at PSG, wasn't he?
Bro, and you're talking shit about Oscar. Oscar is the only player who scored when they lost 7-1, bro.
Yeah, what does that mean though, Kai? What does that mean? Come on, bro.
It's stat padding, that's what it is.
Kai, that's like
bro, and he was shameless about it as well, man.
Kai, that's
Kai,
like being the only survivor of the Suicide Squad.
Kai, I can't believe you. I can't believe you rated Oscar but not Mata. I can't believe that.
No, he doesn't not rate Mata.
I rate Mata. I just don't rate him as high as you. Same thing with Mount. Same whole argument.
Oh, but Mata's a different caliber, bro.
Mata was a
Mata was world class.
Come on, Kai.
He was world class.
No, Mata was good. Mata was good.
Was you asleep then? Was you asleep?
Deluded. I'm taking prime Mata over prime Mesut Ozil any day. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Bro, that's
discussions to have.
That doesn't really like.
Thank you, Marshall.
Yeah, good, but at the same time, man. Hey, for me. Mata's good footballer, but for me, he was too nice, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought he was a nice guy, but I thought he could be a killer sometimes.
Drogba's the nicest guy.
Is that
in the
your
world,
logic?
Drogba is not a nice guy, man. Drogba looks and behaves like a cunt, bro.
He stopped a civil war in his own country. How can you not be nice?
That doesn't, bro. That's just PR. Just PR, bro. That's PR.
So hang on. So then, Kai, you don't rate Kante then?
Yeah.
No, I do rate
Kante's not nice. I don't think Kante's nice.
Bro, Kante, I bet you Kante beats up his wife with slippers, bro.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He just acts nice, man. He just like, oh man. By the way, people, I'm joking in the chat for you.
He's joking.
Wait, guys, I've got another unpopular opinion.
No, he won.
I've got another unpopular opinion. I'm seeing in our fan base a lot of people, and I was at the time, but I've
get to the point, bro. Just say it. We've seen other people.
There's Tomori. I think, and I'm going to credit Marina here. You're not going to hear this often, but I'm going to credit Marina. Getting 30 million for a centre back there's hardly played at the time for like a good 9 months. Yeah, I think that 30 million for him is a brilliant sale. I think it's an excellent sale.
For who? Sorry.
For Tomori.
£30 million. We got £30 million for Tomori. That is an excellent sale for a player.
How much did we sell Gay for?
20 as well.
Yeah, but
They're
you know
excellent sales. I'm not saying the centre backs are bad, but they're excellent. They're excellent sales for a player. Tomori's good. He's a good player, but he's hardly proved himself on the big stage. I don't know. I just think 30 million is a great sell.
You know how I'm gonna counter that? That's still 8 million short from fucking Drinkwater that she signed. Though.
Oh, but you can criticize other things and credit her for it.
What about Bakayoko's gonna leave on a free next season, bro?
Hang on. Guys, the Bakayoko, we made our money. We made our money off Bakayoko.
When we've got players like Rudiger, Christensen. I think it's great. I think it's great business. And I think that's a good 10 million more than what we probably should have got.
She's going to make a profit on Ross Barkley.
Yeah.
I don't get how you can blame her for 2017 alone. Like I don't know why she takes all the blame.
It's not just her.
It was the other guy. I'm pretty sure. What's his name?
Scott McLaughlin. Yeah.
Is that his name?
I hate that guy, man.
Even his name is dodgy, man. Fuck that
guy.
Abs, do you have an unpopular opinion?
Wait, sorry, you still there?
So I do apologise. Do you have any? Do you have like an unpopular opinion or anything you want to share?
Well, I've got two. I've got one that actually involves one matter, and this is partly due to my agenda against this guy, but also because I think he's very overrated. I think prime Juan Mata is better than prime Mo Salah at Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
And also, here's another one, and this is one that I think is going to cause a massive debate. Azpilicueta has a bigger legacy at Chelsea than Branislav Ivanovic.
Yes, I agree.
I love Aspi, but Ivanovic, man.
What? Before the Champions League final, it's a very good debate, and I actually agree with you, Abs.
Yeah, I agree with you as well.
Yeah, I have to as well. I disagreed, but now I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think Azpilicueta.
I have an unpopular opinion that is probably gonna get a lot of dumb people mad. This Champions League win is more impressive than the one of 2012. More convincing.
Yeah,
more convincing, maybe, 100%. But it's not better. It's not better.
Why is it not better?
It's way better because of what comes next.
Well, it's not better.
It's not better.
Nobody laid a glove on us, man. It's more impressive. I didn't say it's better. Because winning the penalty is an emotional fucking roller coaster, yeah. But it's more convincing for the reason that we have a younger squad, yeah. They're literally no superstars, and we won it quite comfortably as well. We
is that even unpopular though, Kyle?
2 goals. It is. It's unpopular. No, we were way more on Twitter, it is unpopular, man. A lot of people get annoyed.
The best way to put it, Kai, is that we won the Champions League previously and the end of a process. Now we're winning it in the start of a process. Do you know what I mean? So
nothing.
That was the end of it. Yeah.
Nothing in this Champions League run, no game whatsoever, will be anything that happened in 2012. Feeling, games-wise, nothing.
The feeling,
yeah. But Andrew,
I'm not.
That's because you're an old man, though, bro. Like if you look at modern people, bro. If you look at people who just watch.
Kai's saying it's more convincing.
I'm talking.
Yes.
Yeah, but Andrew, you're right, and Kai's right as well.
I get that. Is it more convincing though? It's not. It wasn't more convincing. We thought we were gonna get eliminated every time. We literally had to go to Napoli. Yeah. Well, that's my point. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying it's more impressive or whatever. I'm just saying it's more convincing.
It is more convincing, but I also, while I give credit to ourselves, we did make, apart from Atletico Madrid, I think. Actually, I think Porto probably gave. Do you think Porto gave us the toughest game?
Porto didn't really give us a game. They gave us the first good game, I thought, the leg, and then
they Porto were structurally very tough to break down.
I was very surprised by Atletico Madrid on the run more than anything. We got an easier 2 games against them.
I thought we bullied Real Madrid as well.
We bullied Real Madrid as well.
Madrid was easy in the second leg.
I expected that. I expected us.
Yeah,
to be fair, I don't like that, because everybody was talking about how Liverpool are gonna win the Champions League this season, and Real Madrid spanked them, and we spanked Real Madrid. But now all of a sudden people are saying, "Oh, this Real Madrid is so bad," blah blah blah.
But they
convincingly beat Liverpool though. No, they controlled Liverpool.
That's not difficult, is it? It's not difficult.
No, but I want to go back to. I think we all agree, but was one about Aspilicueta. I think after the Champions League win, I think he has got a bigger legacy than Ivanovic. Yeah, Ivanovic is still up there, but I just think that Champions League one just put him over the top.
Yeah, and his role in it as well. Like he was so.
His role in it. Yeah,
it's very hard, isn't it? Because they're both.
Have a role in, I know he suspended for the final. He did have a role leading up to the final. Ivanovic, he did. You know, I mean, man was paid. In the semi-final. Man was in the defence of Ashley Cole, Ivanovic, with Jose Basinga at centre back and Ramirez at right back for about 60 minutes. So. He did. Oh, and did you see the interview afterwards when he didn't know he was going to be suspended for the final?
That was a bit of a dick move, man.
That is one of the most heartbreaking interviews.
Yeah,
because his face is like he's smiling and then he goes for about 30 seconds and they zoom in.
Bro, imagine a 6'4" double-butted Russian gets angry, man. You don't want to be there.
Ivanovic may be the better player. But we're not talking about better player.
I'd debate that though, Andrew.
Okay, that's fine. But we're talking about
you're debating yourself.
We're talking about bigger legacy, and it might be a generation thing as well, because Ivanovic was part of a group of our greatest ever players. But Aspilicueta, I think Abs. I don't think it's unpopular here, Abs. It might be unpopular with some of the Chelsea supporters because they might misunderstand you and say they might think you're saying better when you're saying bigger. It's like
do you want to go, Abs? Do you want to go?
No, go for it, bro.
The thing is though as well, I might be a bit biased here, but I have always had more of a emotional attachment to Aspi more than I have with Ivanovic. I don't know if that's just me or that sort of view, but I feel like Aspi, I've never seen, I think Ivanovic was a world-class player, and I think if you're looking at out-and-out right-backs, he's probably one of the best, if not the best in Premier League history. But I feel like Ivanovic's decline towards the end, I don't think that's going to happen to Aspi as drastically. So I don't know. I think there is a debate to be had whether who's better. But for me, Aspi's one of my favourite players ever. So
What?
The thing with Aspin as well, with Aspin and Ivanovic, but they're both very similar as well. Like they both can play centre back, both can play full back, and they both bomb forward. They both can bomb forward. Like they're both very similar in many ways. Obviously, the height difference is different, but they're just similar players, and it's so hard to split.
How many assists he had for Morata?
Do you remember his assist for Morata's hat trick as well?
Yeah.
He just chested it to him so he can get his hat trick.
The ball was in like that. It's weird. No, I don't. I think that's a generational battle. I think that's old school, older Chelsea fans who watched Ivanovic will probably say no, they're back Ivanovic, and newer fans like Will.
I saw Ivanovic
with Dave because they've watched. They've grown up watching Chelsea with Aspilicueta.
That's
mostly in their team, so that's why they'll feel a pull towards
I've seen a very good Ivanovic. He was still, but I've grown. I was like, how old was I? I think I was 7 years old when Aspilicueta
showed up. Right.
I was 7 years old when Ivanovic signed. He's won everything while I've been watching.
Yeah. So, I don't think so. You know what? I think it depends who you're. All right, Baggy. Who you talk to. So.
But Andrew, you know what it is. You see, with Ivanovic, I think the reason why people have so many emotional attachments to him is because. Do you remember them 2 goals he scored against what's their names? Against the Scousers at Anfield, and then the 4th goal he scored against Napoli. The thing is, Ivanovic for me is in terms of, I think what elevates him is his clutch moments in the Champions League, particularly for Chelsea. Right, he scored loads of big goals, important goals in the Champions League as well. So I think that's why people would still argue that he's got a bigger legacy than Aspi. But in terms of, for me, I'm sorry, I love both. I think they're both quality. Ivanovic was built like a brick shithouse, but he moved like a ballerina.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna have to take Aspi. Sorry.
No, I understand that.
I mean,
I understand that.
Ivanovic was a much more explosive right back than Aspie. I can say that easily, hands down.
Now, but Ivanovic 6'4", and man could literally just bust through people easy. It didn't matter.
Man played right back, but he was right wing.
Reece James will be better than both, though. In my opinion.
Oh yes, come on.
There's a long way to go, bro.
Long way to go, I think.
He does.
I can see the potential though, because Reece James has the legs and he has the physicality too, and he seems to be able to play 90 minutes without an issue.
What do you mean physicality, bro? You haven't seen Ivanovic, bro. Ivanovic is
Ivanovic had good physicality. Don't get me wrong. Ivanovic is a brick shithouse, but so is James, man.
Reece James reminds me of a bit of both of them. I think that he has traits.
Literally, the only person I can think of that could compete with Reece James is like Adama Traore. That's it.
Oh my God!
You know what it is though, guys. You know modern day football, yeah. Modern day football relies on wing backs, not wing backs, full backs a lot more. I think it's full backs have kind of transformed in today's game. Like they need to be. You can't just be adequate on the ball. You have to be very good. You have to be very good at bombing forward. Your crosses have to be accurate. You also have to be very good at link up play, especially under a Tuchel system. So I think it's developed a lot. And as we can see with Liverpool, like they create chances from their fullbacks. The game's changed now, you know what I mean?
And
so
a couple of guys said it in the chat. I don't think he was even a right back. He turned into a right back.
Was he a centre back?
He was a centre back.
Do you remember his debut?
Centre back, right back, and centre back again.
His starting debut was in the Champions League away at Anfield, where he scored 2 goals.
He scored 2 goals.
He wasn't the best of centre back, man. So good.
Do you remember his? Do you remember Ivanovic's volley versus Man City at the Etihad? Volley!
Oh yeah. Volley, yeah.
I can't believe we did the double. We did the double over every top 4 team that year and still didn't win the fucking title.
Oh, we were a small horse though, small pony.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
The year after, bro, we won it. We won it, Slendz.
I wanna do my one because it's in the thumbnail. I don't know if it'll be unpopular here. It might be unpopular in some of the fan base. I question some of this fan base's knowledge of our club prior to 2019. How we did business, how we made money, stuff like that. Because there's been some player sales this week. I say player sales. They didn't actually play for us. They played in the youth team. So, but the overreaction to youth team players being sold is the weirdest. It's not weird actually. It's so frustrating because it's not as if there's no way Lewis Bate, Livramento is probably going. Some Pert Harris person. I don't know why we like to buy players with double barrel surnames. I really don't. But Pert Harris, and then is it Simu or something? I don't know who this guy is. I really don't because I don't watch youth football. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
You and 90% of the fan base don't watch the youth.
No, now it is. I
don't. Man.
What frustrates me is that it's like since 2019, like everyone, that Men in Black thing that makes you forget. It's like that.
Yeah.
The little pen thing with a flash kit.
They don't really. Some of these people. You shut up, see what that is. One of the things is like they forget how we made our money, what the academy's for. The academy's there for us to make money. It's not for the pathway was never really there for Chelsea. No matter what they said, it's never really there for Chelsea.
It's Lampard, bro.
When can you name me a youngster who regularly played, not made an appearance, but regularly played since Terry to Cho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the back end of 2019.
Could you? I'm not even gonna. Actually, are you talking about ones that have stayed?
No, that have actually had a run in the team.
Okay, maybe under Kante. Maybe that's it. Ake got a run towards the end of 16-17, but he got sold.
No, he got recalled back for squad depth and hardly played.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is that I don't understand what some of this Chelsea fan base obsession now is with the youth. I don't understand it. And also the overreaction where this season in our squad, when we register it, we could have up to 8 academy graduates in the squad, and that's unheard of in any top league.
Still not enough, is it, for them?
It doesn't happen. It's like they want 25 academy graduates in the squad, and I don't understand the obsession with having that, because our greatest success has not come with multiple academy graduates in the squad, and I just want everyone to know that for 6 months, everyone thought we were going to go to our youth and change everything. As soon as we got that transfer ban overturned, the youth thing stopped, and even Lampard stopped it. Lampard stopped the youth development during the second half of the year. Apart from Mount, he went back to Giroud, and he went back to all the other older players as well, because they knew they were better and they weren't ready. I just want people to understand that having eight academy graduates in a squad at one time has never happened before at a big club. It's not even Man United's class of '92 was only 5. Yeah, and it's arguable that Giggs was already playing well before the others actually got into the team, so it's probably only 4. We're going to have 8, and we're re-signing these youth players. Broja signed a new contract. John Sterling signed a new contract. Andrew's going to be in the squad because he likes him. We've got Cho. We've got Reece James, Mount. Everyone keeps forgetting Christensen was actually part of our academy.
Yeah.
People actually forget
Andrew,
that.
I guarantee you,
I don't understand it. It flummoxed me.
I don't either.
I guarantee you, that this lyrical commentos and clickbait, like Lewis clickbait, but they will not succeed anywhere else. I'm telling you right now, they will not win a major trophy anywhere else.
No,
and not a single youth player has.
Exactly. The only one that may, at the moment, is possibly Tamori. He's the only one who I think has a chance to bite us in the butt. Because everyone's going, oh, but we sold Mark Gurhey.
And remember Solanke? You guys remember Solanke?
Oh,
when
yeah.
Solanke's good. You just shite.
I remember
we sold him to Liverpool.
Solanke fucking scored a wonder goal in a pre-season friendly against Crystal Palace. I remember.
Yeah, but so is Barkley.
Did we choose him over Mbappe?
No, there's some weird.
Because there's always a thing going around there. Like, did we choose him over Mbappe? Like, because they're both like try. Is it actually nonsense?
There's a weird urban legend about that Mbappe thing. It keeps changing.
Yeah, I always hear it.
It's like
you know what I think it is though, Andrew. To your point, I think it's these big YouTube accounts. To be honest with you, like I think, and I'm not gonna point out any names. If you know who they are, you already know who they are.
Carefree Lewis.
No, not Carefree Lewis. No,
not Carefree Lewis. But the thing is, like, I think these big YouTube accounts get all upset about these players that they barely watch that get sold. First of all, it's a player's choice, right? We offered Gahey a contract. We offered Livramento a contract. We offered Bates a contract. We offered all these youth a contract, but they turned it down. And look, at the end of the day, I get it. Like, if you think you have the chops to make it in the Prem, then and you don't think you can do it in Chelsea, because Chelsea, like we all agree, Chelsea is a top tier club, and you need to be top of the top to make it in this club. So if you don't think you're at the level that you can break through, because it is hard to break through in this team, because like Andrew stated, like we're not Dortmund, you know what I mean? We're not some youth club that just likes to try out all these players and buy young and then sell high. You know, we're not one of these clubs. We have a great academy and it's worked out very well. It's worked out to get us money, but very seldomly do we promote youth, and we do, but it's out of, you know, it's not 11 players at a time, you know. We offered them, and they didn't think they can come and make it at Chelsea. Then it's by all means, go ahead and try to make your career somewhere else, because the last thing you want to do is try to make it your whole life here at Chelsea and then never work out, and then your career is fucked. If you want to excel your career, go somewhere else. That's fine. I have nothing against the youth players. I don't even blame the youth players. It's these Chelsea accounts that get so upset about the Gaheys that don't even play for the first team. He has played under Lampard the first season, a few games, but he doesn't play for the first team. And then they get upset that, one, we switch managers. So, like, maybe Lampard was talking to the Lewis Bates, Livramento, saying, hey, I like you, like what you do. Go keep working. Next season, I'll bring you up or whatever. And then when they switch a manager, and then the manager doesn't like you and likes Broja instead and likes Dijon Sterling instead, you know, they get upset. It's like this is bound to happen.
That's another one as well. Tuchel wants to keep Dujon Sterling, another academy player.
Exactly.
And wants to give him.
At the end of the day, too, it's like this is Tuchel's decision too. If he likes what he sees and you have the minerals that he wants and what he's looking for, then
don't use that fucking word.
if he has the vitamin, if you have the vitamins that Tuchel is looking for and wants to put in his team, then you're gonna stay.
Marshall,
Obviously,
this
like
is no filter. If he has the balls,
I'm actually.
If you got the bullets.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Dujon Sterling can do actually, because he's.
I look forward to seeing what Broja does and all this too. But like, if
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek, all of them, and Callum Hudson-Odoi, all of them. So the thing is, like, these accounts. Real quick, 1 second. These accounts can't get fucking upset if by some chance that that our manager gets sacked and then another one comes in and all of a sudden Broja gets sold and Sterling gets sold. Like, you can't get upset about it. We have a new manager. They like something else. They have another plan for the team.
You know what? Though,
what the fuck do you want?
No, but you know what's funny? Well, just let me make this point on the team. You know what's really funny though? All of them were fucking they went like ballistic when Lampard got sacked. Some of them claimed it was about racism. Some claimed that he should have been given more time. All that fucking crap. And when we won the Champions League, all of those motherfuckers who acted like football experts, like Lampard should be given time, blah blah blah. All of them were celebrating it like you don't know what, man. But at the same time, they're acting like the same thing they're doing now with the youth. They're acting like they know what they're doing, but at the end of the day, they don't know fuck all, man. Yeah. All of them, and none of them admitted that they were wrong in the beginning. They still hold. If we kept Lampard, it would have been the best.
A lot of them still don't.
I really want Broja to succeed because Broja is he's a really nice guy. He interacts with fans.
But guess what?
He interacts with
guess what?
I don't want to be here because you're a nice guy. I want to be here because you're a good player,
No, I'm saying I want him to succeed. I'm not saying he's good because he's a nice guy, but he looks like a very good finisher. He scored 10 goals in the Eredivisie last year at a shit team.
Right, but no one's mentioning that, though, are they? No one mentioning
that. And that's the other thing, Andrew. No one's mentioning the fact that these players haven't had loans. Like, look at Mount, look at Reece. They've had significant loans before they even cracked into the first team. None of these players had successful loans.
You know, the best example is Andreas Christensen, who took a 2-year loan in a Champions League club. No one talks about him. No one talks about him though, because he doesn't have an English passport, right? They don't talk about him.
But they always forget. They always forget.
It was a 3-year loan.
Even the fan base, they always forget he was part of our academy.
Yeah. It's like very rare. Oh, go on.
Chris.
Chris, go ahead.
No, go on. I was going to say, it's very rare to see a Chelsea player not be loaned out. A Chelsea youth player. The only one I can remember really.
It's part of the system.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Chelsea anyone hasn't been loaned out properly.
Yeah.
See,
so why that's different?
I don't get it. And you know what it is too? Like, onto Will's point that he was saying earlier, and I'm sure Will agrees, like, if we... Okay, look, I want Broja to succeed. I want him to come to the team. I like that Tuchel likes him and sees something in him. That's awesome. It gets me excited to see that we may have like a striker in the future, right? But at the end of the day, though, if we end up selling him to bring in like a really top class midfielder or another top class striker that's going to be here for a while, or just like a good move, like a good transfer move, I'm not going to be here crying and complaining about it on YouTube.
And the thing is as well, Marshall, if he has a year, does relatively well, let's say he gets a similar goal total to what Tammy got, maybe a bit less because he's not going to get as much game time as Tammy got in Lampard, I don't think. Let's say it gets similar. If then we move him on, he's more likely to get a really good deal for him as well. It'll probably benefit him. It'll benefit us. He'll get a good year or two at Chelsea. And then if he's good enough, he can stay. No problem with that. And then if he's not quite Chelsea, but still a good player, we can send him on and benefit his career. It benefits everyone. It's just... Yeah. And I think Lewis Bate is actually very smart for going to Leeds because I've watched a few games of his. And his profile of midfield, his profile of what he is, suits what Leeds do. And I think Bielsa will really like him. And Livramento's a wing-back. If he can get in ahead of Lamptey at Brighton, that would be perfect for him as well.
I don't think he's gonna, though. Like, that's the thing, too. That was a weird move for me. For him to go from Chelsea Academy to Brighton... And what, is he going to play over Livramento? He's going to be not playing as much as Livramento, I'm sorry, as Lamptey. Like, I think he's going to put himself in a very similar situation that he's in now. He's not really excelling his career. So I don't know.
Apparently, Lewis Bate went straight into the under-23 team, by the way, for Leeds.
Well, Leeds. Well, to be fair, he has just signed.
It's only signed a 3-year deal, though. It's only signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That is.
But again, Slendz, I don't blame them because I know that some players like you as a player, if you're trying to excel your career and you know that you need game time, you need exposure, and all that stuff. If you think that the team that you're currently playing on isn't gonna favor you, the manager doesn't favor you, and you're not gonna succeed in the club or make it to the first team, then by all means go to another club.
I have no problem with these guys thinking they can. Some of these guys thinking they can go on. Look, can I be honest with you? I never heard of Livramento until 6 weeks ago.
I didn't hear of him.
Honestly, I've heard of Lewis Bate. I have heard of Lewis Bate.
Yeah.
Livramento, never heard of. Pert Harris or Pugh, or whatever his name is.
He's not that good. That
and then
Harris
that
guy.
Simu,
He's
that
not that
Simu
good.
one who's going to
Paris
Southampton. I've never. Listen, you have to understand.
Fall asleep listen to kids, man.
I know, but Chelsea will move on. I know. Chelsea don't give managers their time to help develop you. It just doesn't happen. The reason Mount, Reece James, and Christensen and Cho to a lesser extent were used by Tuchel was because they were already in the squad. They were already playing. Do you think if Reece James and Mount and the rest were possibly on the edge of coming into the squad, I don't think Tuchel would use them.
One thing though, like we've offered this kind of perspective, but the other perspective about it is, I would rather see us promote academy players than sign like squad players.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. For example, you know Havertz, right? So if we want to get a replacement for Havertz, I don't want to get one. I want to get Ruben Loftus-Cheek, put him as the third or second choice. Do you know what I mean? Because he can play in that position. Someone like Werner, instead of buying a left winger who's from the Bundesliga, plays for the 12th team in there. Just promote one of our academy players. Like each year, the best academy player, promote him to the team. That's all I want to see. Like, I don't mind seeing that.
I don't mind seeing youth come into the club at all. Like I want to see youth come into the club, but it doesn't have to be like 5 at a time, 6 at a time. Like this isn't a charity. Like some of them are going to be sold, some of them are going to make it, and it's I get.
Go on, Alex.
We have
no big club cries about kids sold other than Chelsea, bro. No big club cries about selling youth players in Chelsea. Have you ever seen Bayern fans cry about like the kids that they sold? Doesn't happen.
The whole fucking Bundesliga is their youth products, man.
No, but even if you use Real Madrid, yeah, it's the same logic. It's just Chelsea and this fucking weirdos.
I've seen, to be fair, I wouldn't use Real Madrid as an example. Their fans got really pissed off when Zidane didn't promote certain young players. They got rid of... Did they get rid of Theo Hernandez? Yeah. They got rid of Hakimi as well. They got rid of Odegaard. So I wouldn't use... Oh, no, they've actually got...
Those are not the used product, though, are they? Odegaard is not from the Real Madrid Academy, though, is he?
Sorry?
Odegaard is not from the Real Madrid Academy, though, is he?
He was signed when he was like 16.
Yeah, but that's not the same. It doesn't really matter.
De Bruyne wasn't an academy either.
Alex, go on, Abs first, and Alex next. Go on.
Alright, you know the whole youth thing. There's certain where I think, when obviously not immediately, but the next academy prospect we could promote after obviously Matt, James, and them. There's a certain man, he's a proper leg man. Jude soon up. So for me, he should be the next man who comes through the academy. Because you're not seeing him. The guy's been back in goals for fun. People chat about Andrew and what's his name, and Broha. Bro, the man's outscoring both of them. Trust me, he's a complete leg man. And that's for me the next player we should bring in. But yeah, Kai is right. What's the point of being a big club if you're going to cry about selling dead ballers in your academy you're never going to make in the first place? It should only be cold, certified ballers coming from your academy that should go into your first team. Other than that, leave it out. I'm sorry.
All right, go on, Alex.
Look, guys, we can talk about youth, man, but we haven't won the league in 5 years, man, and I want to win the league. Like, that's literally, man. Like, okay, I'm happy.
Can't rely on youth for that.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy, yes, bring youth there and there, but look, people want to play football, man. They don't stick around and wait. You know, they want to go and play football. You know, any new young player wants to go and play football. Like, that's what you want your career based on, not actually sit on the bench and hoping that things happen. So you know what I mean, and probably the whole tomorrow situation maybe is driving young other people to think, okay, look, he's kind of gone there. I want to stop. And the thing is, I guess, look, mean, the thing is, I get annoyed when other people don't know the club like throughout, and they start saying, "Oh, it's a failure for Chelsea if they let these players leave." It's not a failure. It's an achievement because you're going to have players from your academy playing in the first team in any Premier League team. Like that's actually success for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like gaining money, and they're successful. That's what a youth system is meant to be. It's not always meant to be about bringing them and then putting them in your first team. And then I think what Slendz said before about like adding them to your squad. Yeah, like instead of buying the likes of Danny Drinkwaters or Zabakostas, just bring youth like to kind of fill up the squad. And then, so then you save money. But it's just because
it's like you go to, and this is a bit of a weird analogy, but you go to school to achieve what you want to achieve, and then you move on. That is what the academy is, isn't it? It's just a school for footballers.
That Munich comment is not true.
They got Kimmich, and that's it. Yeah,
Kimmich is not.
He came from Leverkusen. I think Kimmich came from Leverkusen.
Yeah,
when he was
not.
like
Bayern Munich. How Bayern Munich?
But that's the
Goretzka was from Schalke.
No, but that's not fair. That's not fair. You know why? Because Kimmich, just the fact he's in that Bayern team just shows the quality of the players that they actually acquire in order for you to play in this team. It's not
I don't
like
deny that.
Yeah, he's like arguably one of the best midfielders in the world, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Germany, every
so
single German player wants to play for Bayern Munich. Yeah. So like that's where they're gonna get that best German players. So it's like us, like getting all the we would have all the best English players in our team. It's like it's just
we got one of the best German.
Guys, the only argument I understand.
Quickly, just want to say I need to head off, but guys, make sure you subscribe. Like the video. There's a lot more content coming your way during the season, and see you guys in a bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Peace out, Slendz. The only argument that I get from what people are saying is the fact that they aren't youth academy products, but the fact that we had young players like a young Salah, young KDB, young Lukaku, and we didn't give them a chance to grow at the club. Here's the thing. This isn't the club where you come to grow. This is the club where you come like prepared. You do the job. You do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Like Mason Mount, Reece James. Like although Reece James, when he came into the club, he wasn't the most impressive right back, but over the course of time and very quickly, he became a really impressive right back. Same thing with Mount. He wasn't that crazy. He wasn't like Ronaldo when he came into Man United and all that, but he came in and he did a job. He was a solid.
Marshall. The thing is, I need to give you an example because usually the top clubs, when you have a really strong team, then it's actually good to bed in some of these players. Like look at Foden. He's kind of flourished under the players around him. Mm-hmm. But to get youth players, when you really don't kind of need them in a situation where you shouldn't actually having to add to the squad because you're not there yet. It's like stupid because like when you actually go and
I agree
making a strong squad
I agree
they actually are challenging and then
but the thing is what I was trying to get at is that even if we have another KDB situation or another Salah situation or whatever, Chelsea should know more than ever now, especially with Marina in the works. The fact that we got 20 mil for Guehi, who isn't a first team player, and also there's in that clause that we get a percentage of how much he gets sold
15%.
for. Exactly, 15% or 10%. I forgot the number, but it was one of those
15,
percentages.
No, it's 15.
We get 15% of whatever he gets sold for. And on top of that, we get first dibs on whatever the bid is in case we want to buy him back. If you want to work with if you want to sell the youth and you want to add in that, I have no issues with that. And then you also don't take the risk either. You can always get it back if they turn out to be a baller.
We didn't do it for Tomori. I'm pissed we didn't do it for Tomori. We should have done it.
Yeah.
That's what, and even like just do that. If you think they're going to be ballers or they're going to be good, because I don't really like calling defenders ballers, really. But if you think they're going to be good defenders, then yeah, or they're gonna do well. Put the first refusal
And
in there because you
and
should do that.
to add on to your guys' points, you guys remember Solanke and Ake, how much they went for? 20 million each. And where are they now?
Yes, yeah.
Where are they now?
Yeah, well, I don't even know.
They were
Wait,
meant to be.
Solanke was 20 million.
Yeah,
Yep,
And back
to
then,
Liverpool. Yep, 20 million for both of them. So we got 40
it's
million
like
for
10.
both.
It's a
No,
gamble,
it's
you know.
20.
Like youth system is the gamble, and you can't risk. Like Chelsea are a team who need to go and win trophies. You can't always gamble on players. You know, we're not Dortmund. Like, oh yeah, okay, let's give them
exactly.
a
And
chance. You know, come on.
to add on to
We-
Alex's point about developing youths, how many trophies have Dortmund won in the last 10 years? One or two? Maybe on top of your head?
One.
No, they won the league.
No, they won the league with Klopp and they won the German FA
Oh
Cup.
yeah, they've won a couple of cups in between as well.
Yeah, they won the German FA Cup last season. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
but like, give credit to Dortmund. Dortmund actually get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
right
but-
young players though.
Yeah,
And
they are
and
kind of-
look
they are
look
kind
at
of against
Bayern. Look at Bayern who buy like
Yeah.
top class talent. What have they won? Champions League, back to back leagues. It goes to show like you have to buy top proven talents if you want to excel, if you want to reach to like dominant levels.
You're absolutely right. We're very fortunate at the moment that the youngsters we've sold is unfortunate for them, but I don't think we've come to regret getting rid of any of them.
Nah,
As much, you know, and I mean youth team products, not young players.
to be honest, if
De Bruyne and Salah, I mean youth team products.
if Tomori, Gehi, and I don't know, Lamptey don't turn out to be big stars, it's going to be seen as a bargain or a steal from us. Just like Solanke, when he was one of our top. Solanke was one of our top producing talent. Sold it for 20 million. People were like, I don't know. There weren't many people, but they were making a fuss about he was meant to be the next big thing. Flopped at Liverpool. Now that 20 million looks like a steal.
All right. Does anyone ever have any other unpopular opinions before we wrap up? Something quick. There's not going to be
Something quick and controversial. Something quick and controversial, yeah?
Yeah, and something Chelsea rated, yeah, nothing.
Yeah. No.
Nothing
My little unpopular opinion is Danny Ings could do what Haaland could do if we sign him.
Oh, okay. What Haaland can do. All right, you lost me there. You lost me there.
You don't actually think that. You don't actually think that.
I said 5 minutes.
No.
There's no belief in that. I can sense that.
Anyway, people, on the note of Hassan's mental illness, we're gonna end the show, bro. Take care of yourself.
We need to find him a hospital.
Yeah, we need to find him a hospital, man. Take care of yourself. Take your vitamins, your minerals, and we'll see you guys next time. Yeah, take care.
Yeah, we'll be back Monday for the Pulisic